If Harry were smart, he would put a stop to this. He would try to take the narrative away from his wife. He's trying to get back in with his family. But how could that ever happen if your wife is manipulating things behind the scenes? And that's what Meghan wants. I believe she wants to never go back and give Harry false hope that they will go back, but it will never happen because of what Meghan is doing.
It's Christmas Eve at Sandringham. The fire is lit, the carols echo through the halls, and behind palace doors, a storm is brewing. Insiders say Meghan Markle is playing her most dangerous game yet, a calculated move to sabotage the royal family's Christmas, leaving Prince Harry more isolated than ever. Her strategy? Manipulate the narrative, twist the press, and weaponise King Charles's illness for sympathy. This isn't just another holiday feud, it's a royal reckoning. But first, subscribe and turn on notifications, because later in this video I'll reveal the one thing the palace doesn't want you to know. The shocking move that could end any hope of reconciliation forever. Sandringham, the king's beloved estate. Normally this is where the magic of monarchy feels alive. Corgis racing across frosted lawns, laughter spilling from the drawing room, and the Queen's old traditions carrying on under King Charles. Every year, it's the same charming ritual. Family members arrive in rank order, exchanging cheeky gifts over sandwiches and scones before the formal black-tie dinner Diana once dreaded. But this Christmas, something feels different. Because two very noticeable seats, are empty. Harry and Meghan, absent once again. And according to palace sources, that absence isn't an accident, it's a weapon. Is this the Christmas that exposes Meghan's true intentions once and for all? It happens every year like clockwork. As soon as royal Christmas headlines start rolling in, the Sussex PR engine roars to life. Carefully timed sources leak stories suggesting a thaw in relations, whispers of reconciliation, tales of emotional phone calls, even rumours of a last Christmas together. But those headlines, they're not coming from Buckingham Palace, they're coming from Montecito. Royal analysts have seen this pattern since 2020. The hopeful reunion stories always appear in early November, just as the palace finalises its guest list. And then, when the inevitable happens, no invite, the tone shifts. Suddenly, it's snubbed, frozen out, rejected. A new round of victim headlines flood the internet. Same structure, same narrative. Every year, insiders call it the Sussex spin cycle. The question is, does Harry even realise he's being used as part of it? This year, the spin took a darker turn because as King Charles battles cancer, Meghan's camp, according to royal commentators, decided to use his illness as emotional leverage. Headlines suddenly appeared claiming the king was desperate to see his estranged son, that he longed to invite Harry and Meghan for one final Christmas. But the palace was quick to push back. Sources close to the king called those reports laughable. There was no such plan, no last-minute phone call, no softening of boundaries. And yet the stories kept coming. Because journalism wasn't the goal. Optics were. Insiders say Meghan's PR team understands one thing perfectly. Sympathy sells. When she can paint the monarchy as cold and herself as compassionate, the clicks pour in. The narrative stays alive. The spotlight stays bright. But at what cost to the family she once claimed to love? Here's the cold reality. Sandringham invitations go out in October. Always have, always will. By mid-December, every place setting is confirmed, every security detail logged, every menu approved. So by the time those hopeful headlines appear in late November, Meghan and Harry already know they're not invited. The drama is pre-written. Royal aides describe it as performative pain, a public game of pretending to be blindsided when, in truth, the outcome was locked weeks before. It's not about reconciliation, it's about retelling rejection, spinning exclusion into sympathy. And when no invite comes, the next act begins, blame the palace. But how long can the Sussexes keep recycling the same script before even their supporters see through it? P-Dina said it best in her interview, Harry is a man adrift. Once the cheeky prince who gifted his grandmother a singing fish, now reduced to lawsuits, statements and silence. Observers say he's blind to Meghan's manipulation, that he believes her stories about evil media leaks and royal hostility. Why? Because Meghan knows his weakness. The press. He hates them. Always has. So when she whispers that every bad headline is their fault, not hers, he believes it. She's turned his trauma into a tool. And while he thinks she's protecting him, she's really protecting her brand by keeping him in exile, cut off from the very family she claims he's trying to rebuild with. If that's true, then Harry's not a partner. He's a pawn. But this Christmas, the palace quietly fought back. A well-placed leak to the Times labelled the Sussex spin laughable. That single word from the King's own communications team sent shockwaves through royal circles. It was the first time the palace directly mocked the Sussex narrative. A sign that Charles, weary from illness and headlines, has drawn his line in the sand. The message: we're done playing your game. So as Meghan's media allies pushed out stories of emotional tears and father-son hugs, the palace responded with silence, the kind that speaks louder than any statement. Could this be the beginning of the royal counteroffensive? Meanwhile, William and Catherine quietly changed the tone of Christmas themselves. This year, they chose not to attend the King's lunch after church, opting instead to spend the afternoon with the Middletons. Some call it a snub. Others say it's strategy, showing that family unity doesn't require royal formality. William is walking his own path, modern, grounded, human, a deliberate contrast to the California chaos. While Harry's life is fueled by lawsuits and PR, William's is filled with real family, real laughter, real stability. And that contrast, more than anything, might be what drives Meghan mad, because her entire narrative depends on chaos, not calm. Now, here's the detail the palace doesn't want to make public, and Meghan doesn't want you to notice. Every year since 2020, the Sussex PR playbook has followed identical timing. Early November. Maybe this is the year. Late November. King considering invitation. Mid-December. Sources say tensions thawing. Christmas Eve. Royal snub shocks. Harry and Meghan. Boxing Day. Couple hurt by cold palace silence. 5 years. 5 identical narratives. It's not coincidence. It's choreography. And this year, insiders say Meghan took it one step further, subtly linking Charles's cancer to her own compassionate image, hinting at her concern for the King's health, while fueling rumours of a reunion. If true, it's her most audacious spin yet, and the cruelest. Because behind those palace gates is a father, fighting illness, trying to hold his fractured family together, while the world debates his pain like it's entertainment. And that's the tragedy at the heart of this royal Christmas. Not the gifts, not the headlines. The loss of trust, the loss of peace, the loss of what Christmas once meant for the House of Windsor. So what now? Royal sources say Charles will keep the door spiritually open but practically closed. No invitations, no negotiations. William has reportedly made his stance clear. He's protecting the monarchy first, not feelings. And Harry? He's caught in the middle, believing he can somehow bridge a divide that his own wife keeps widening. Insiders suggest Meghan is already plotting the next chapter. New media projects, a rebrand, perhaps another tell-all moment to reclaim the spotlight, because for Meghan the story never ends. It just refreshes. But if she continues down this path, one thing is certain: the monarchy will survive her. Harry might not. So as the royal family toasts at Sandringham tonight, raising glasses to absent loved ones and enduring traditions, one can't help but wonder, is Meghan Markle celebrating too? Because every headline that paints the royals as cold is another victory for her narrative. Every snub, every silence, another weapon. And every time Harry stays quiet, the world hears her voice instead of his. It's not reconciliation she's after, it's domination. And unless Harry wakes up, this Christmas sabotage might just become permanent exile. If you were shocked by what you heard tonight, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because the next chapter in this royal drama is already unfolding. Click the video on screen now to watch how Meghan Markle empire collapses. Trust me, if you think this Christmas was chaotic, wait until you hear what's coming next, because the war for the royal narrative is just getting started.